Hey everyone and welcome to the video. So coming up in the next couple of days is a huge turning point for the new Saints Row in my opinion. It is the story teaser, the story trailer, the story overview, whatever you wish to call it. Essentially this is our first look, proper look, into the story of Saints Row. Now this will be elements of the game that the people at Saints Row have decided to show us specifically. So I wanted to talk about, just before it comes out, a little of what I want from it. What do I want to see in this, building up to and past this trailer. So yeah, it's going to be cool. So first off, I think everyone and their mother knows I'm going to say this. We definitely need to see the serious side of Saints Row. A lot of people's concerns is that the story just won't have its serious moments. Now, I've seen a couple serious moments through, rumours, leaks, and whatnot. But I mean, actually seeing them and Saints Row actually showing a couple off, without too many spoilers, would be handy. I'm not asking for climaxes in the story, I'm not asking for turning points. What I'm really asking for is just some serious moments, some serious dialogue, some serious, it's our time now, let's get this shit started type shit. You know what I mean? That sort of serious vibe that perhaps the earlier Saints Rows went for a bit more than the latter ones. I think this can really, and I think everyone knows this, get a lot more of the community a bit back on board. The story is easily the most anticipated and hated aspect of the game at the moment. I want that to change, as do you, I imagine. So let's hope that Saints Row can come through with some serious moments in there, and really get people to think that this story is not just going to be a, haha, look at how fun this game is, instead an actual serious, cool fucking tale that Saints Row is going to tell us. On top of that, I'd really like to get a bit more of a feeling for the humour. Humour is obviously very subjective, but to me, I have liked a lot of the previous Saints Row's humour. I think all of them hit for me. Every single game has a moment where I laugh. So, I hope Saints Row can kind of show off a bit of the humour and quirkiness it has to us, and hopefully we can kind of see a bit more of just a bit more of the humour in general, really, and see what type of, tone of humour it's going for. Will it be more modern humour? Will it reflect more on previous games' humour? We don't know. Will it be like Saints Row 3, or will it be like Saints Row 2, where, the boss is kind of a bit sociopathic humour in Saints Row 2, whereas in 3 he's a puckish rogue. He's a bit more light-hearted, and I want to kind of see if the humour is going to be based around more serious moments, or it'll be based around that kind of a comedy effect. For example, in Saints Row 2, think about when Sean D gives the boss the light bulb, and he goes, a light bulb, just what I always wanted, and then a face shredder, and that kind of, not dark humour, obviously, but the more, serious toned humour. Or will it be like Saints Row 3, for example, when Pierce gets Kenzie's dildo bat and hits the boss on the back of the head. Moments like that. I want to kind of see what vibe we're going to get for the humour, and obviously it's pretty important. I really hope, and this is one thing that I'm a bit worried about, there's no spoilers. I've already looked at the description of the video in question, and there's a spoiler there. So if you're avoiding spoilers, don't read the description of that video. And I'm not really sure about how it's going to be spoiler-wise. I really hope they kind of keep everything close to their chest, because a lot is already out there in the open, and I don't want players having parts of the game that may, blow them away kind of be spoiled beforehand. I think a while back, when Saints Row 4 was releasing, Johnny Gat's return got leaked, and I mean, imagine if you were someone who was really looking forward to that game, and you found that out beforehand. It would kind of just put a bit of a bummer on the whole thing. You kind of want that to be, a bit of like a surprise, I imagine. So, I don't know, for me, I hope there's not too many spoilers. I don't mind mini ones, and I don't mind them showing off aspects of the game, and dialogue and cutscenes, but as long as there's not too much, that'd be great. I'd like to know a general story as it is, because right now, the story I know is we get fired from Marshall, which is how we leave, and then we take down the other gangs whilst paying bills. I very loosely have followed the story. I've tried to keep away from it, as I've said, but I mean, I want to know from them themselves, what type of story are we getting? Is this a startup story? Is this the criminal organization building story? Is this, a gang story? Is it like gang roots? Is it all of the above? What is it actually going to be when it comes to Saints Row? What is the story of Saints Row? You know, obviously, we're going to need to learn a lot about these characters as well. I kind of hope they show off a bit about the characters, a bit more of their backstory, perhaps. You know, we all know they come from rival gangs, so tell us about that. Tell us about why they joined in the first place, what happened, and why they're not a part of it now, you know? I want to really just learn about Saints Row's foundation and what it's being built upon, and that to me is something I'm really interested in. I also want to see, you know, some dramatic and action-packed moments. I like little showcases of fast-paced action, but, you know, I don't think it's what it all needs to be, but, you know, having a few in there would be nice. I'd like some cinematic shots as well, you know, some maybe, really cool dope-ass moments, not action, but just, like, cool moments, you know, like stunt jumps and whatnot, you know, just kind of showing off, you know, maybe some epic climactic moments in the story. But realistically, we're all just kind of in the waiting phase right now. The game comes out soon, and also I've got a bit of an announcement about that. If you didn't know, if maybe you're not in the Discord server or you're just not around in the streams, I'm getting the game on the 20th. I will not be able to talk about it until the 23rd at 3 PM UK time. But I'll have it on the 20th, so I'll be able to get some time in and have my initial thoughts video out pretty much instantaneously. But yeah, I mean, I'm really excited to see what Saints Row has to offer, and I know that all of us can't wait for this story trailer, and I really hope it goes down well, and it can get perhaps people who are a bit uncertain on the direction, tone, and story of Saints Row back on board so we can see him in Santo Ileso when the game drops. Anyway, thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.